everybody, I'm Nick.
And I'm Tim.
And we're coming to you from the States. And today we're going to do another edition of Tim's Take, where we revisit a guitar that I've done a review on. We jam around a little bit with it, like, as you just saw. And Tim kind of gives his unvarnished feedback as a good counterpoint to my everything is sunny and rainbows natural personality. And today we're going to do the Harley Benton TE-90FLT. The FLT probably stands for Filtertron, which is the Roswell pickups are kind of copying and aping a Filtertron pickup in it.
As you can see, looks just heck of a lot like a Filtertron to me.
Yeah, they'd even do the rolled edge. Like I think they did a really good job making it look legit.
Yeah, I like how you can see that nice wood grain under the finish. It's
That's a nice ash.
What is this color to them?
I think it's just a transparent vintage white.
Yeah.
It's not yellowy. It's very much still on the white side of the cream
I like
side.
that it's not yellowy or butterscotch.
But you can see the grain really nicely through it. The pickups have soul to them. If you give it a little, just even neck through the other ones are nice. And what I liked about it, I was afraid when I got it that they were going to be like really jangly, like real. And I think those from the neck through the bridge have a pretty wide range of like emotions that it can play,
It seems like a rock and roll guitar to me. A lot of the Gretsch stuff with these in it, they're very rockabilly-ish. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't call them one-trick ponies by any stretch, but it tends to conjure that whole rockabilly, country jangly thing.
Yeah.
This, you can get into more higher gain and push it. But I think of this as more kind of like twangy, but in a good way.
Yeah,
well, after
Billy,
all, it is telly.
It's a telly. But even like Billy Gibbons will say, his Pearly Gates, the great thing about that guitar is that it quacks and it does things that aren't just a muddy humbuckery kind of thing. And I think that kind of does it's one of my ideal humbucker tones because it's full but articulate, you know?
Well, the way I got this set right now, it's pretty... It's fairly low gain. If we gave it a little more of this, see what we get. Yeah, she does that real nice.
Like that neck pickup, like in a lead solo kind of thing, is just I don't know. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I would say that the pickups are a winner. The finish is a winner. The overall look is great, but
I knew this was coming.
I don't dig this head. I don't like this upside down thing, and it's not just because. I know in a lot of the past videos, I'm like, well, it just doesn't look right to me. It's not a look thing per se, although I would prefer it. It's just, when I tried to tune it, they're too close together.
Yeah.
If you've got sausage fingers like me, I mean, they're just too close together.
They're the same as it was on top, but there's something about the ergonomics of changing tight tuners underneath, whereas at the top you can kind of see and you're kind of better, whereas like underneath you're like, I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, and isn't it, you're turning it in the opposite direction of what you're used to. If you just kind of put that here, I'd be like, I'd give it the 2 thumbs up. But they are a bit kind of clumsily crowded. I don't know if you felt that way.
Yeah, I feel like that on a lot of 6-in-lines in general.
Yeah.
I think I have the black telly over here has Grover minis on it. And that one, I'm like, yeah. Like you just feel challenged.
That was really the only thing I could come up with it to not necessarily pick on it, but just to say I don't dig that, personally. Everything else is. I mean, I like the simple layout. I'm a big fan of 2 humbuckers, 2 controls, just simple. Let's not get carried away.
I love the switch here.
Yeah, that's cool too.
I'm tele-retarded. Like I am not good at switching. The way a telly switch is ergonomically set, and flicking it while playing, it's like in a different plane than the way your hand's going.
Okay,
so like, well, good people, talented people, more coordinated people than me, do the pinky thing as they go by. Like it's not there yet. Whereas like growing up on Les Pauls, you're like, sweet, flick on the way by. It's like real easy to get where you want to go with it. Yeah.
Well, I've been playing a Strat for forever, so I'm pretty used to the. What would that be? The horizontal switch.
But at least that has a little angle to it.
Yeah.
Whereas the telly's like just straight across.
That's true.
Kind of
it's
the deal.
A slight angle.
And
I think about it, you're right.
Compared to the Fender version,
right? The angle on my Strat that I claim to be playing. I don't play as often as I should anymore. It's all my kids' fault.
The other thing with this versus like a Cabronita, so this is obviously modeled after a Fender cab, and a cab just has a volume knob. And when you go and read like the reviews on gearpage.net and wherever else on it, they're like, it's a little shrill, or it's a little high, or I kind of wish I had, and you can do it with a pedal, but something to take some of that off at times. I like having a tone knob.
I do too. I've played something like some kind of Squier Bullet or something. I find the ones that just have the one volume, it's almost too simple. It's just like it's just lacking a little something. The tone just gives you,
I may never touch the tone, but I like knowing it's there.
See, now that's pretty muddy. Rolled way off.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, tunage. Much use for rolling it all the way off. I've not perfected that.
No.
Some guys out there can do wonders with that.
Well, a lot of that is the amp. Like if you're getting an amp that's like hairy and just injecting a lot of its own stuff there, wicking, is it called, I think, right?
Yeah.
Then it's cool, but it's not my tone either.
Well, my take is too bad on the headstock. I don't know if they did it just to separate, trying to be. Well, it's not a real Telecaster.
Well, I think they've got a lot of TE-90s, in fact. Never mind like telly style stuff. And I think it was made perhaps a way to also separate it, even in their own line, and maybe hip it up a bit.
Yeah.
So the your modern-y kids that like their Chapmans and whatever else with the reverse headstocks or whatever they are, you get them in the Roswell stuff, and they're like, wow, these pickups are actually also the balls. I don't know.
Well,
but for $200.
For $200, not bad at all. I just can't get by the upside down things. That would keep me from buying it.
Right? No, it's the truth, man. It is the truth.
But if it just had a different neck on it, or a headstock, not even the neck. The neck's actually kind of nice. This is maple.
It's maple, and it doesn't feel. Sometimes those satin finish on an inexpensive guitar feel cheap.
Yeah. Like
Squier Bullets or Squier Affinities, maybe. That feels...
This is kind of a cool wood grain, too. I don't know if you can get that. See that little... There's a little
color action there.
It's cool. It's not... I almost like the non-gloss, like you're saying.
American
Very
standards.
Smooth.
American standards now have a neck like that. So it'll like a glossy headstock, that kind of stuff. Maybe a little gloss on the fretboard, but the neck itself is very smooth. And I dig this neck a lot, just the overall feel of it, and I was just impressed with it. And, in this price range, to have good pickups, a good neck, and a nice feel, headstock notwithstanding, if you're not digging that, you know, this is probably the guitar I had the most expectations for on the way in, and it still exceeded them.
Yeah.
Because when I saw it, I loved the color, I loved the finish, I loved everything about it, and I was like, I want that damn guitar. And I had been disappointed last year with a couple Bentons that came in that I thought would be amazing.
Yeah.
And this one actually lived up to it and then some, and it was, I dig it. I'm pretty happy with it.
Cool.
I want to give it a letter grade?
Well, it's hard to say because this isn't necessarily gonna.
Okay, I'll give you a degree of thing. If someone came to you and said, "I love the headstock on that," what letter grade would you give it?
If someone told me they loved the headstock,
Yep.
And it stayed in tune.
And it stayed in tune. I mean, some of these are warming up too. The hard part about this is I don't, you know, they may have been sitting for a little while.
This is a nice, 85 average.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. It's just the headstock. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like the headstock.
It's
but
like
I like the guitar.
It's like a
otherwise.
gorgeous
Yeah.
girl that has a horrendous laugh.
Yeah.
You're like, everything about her is amazing. And you're like, yeah, I
just don't tell her any jokes.
Yeah,
Try not to be funny.
exactly. Just don't tune it. You know, and you're fine. All right, guys. I've been Nick.
And I'm Tim.
And obviously we got issues. Take care, folks.
All right, bye.